How's it going? We're gonna start in a little bit, but I wanna know where you guys are visiting us from. So if you could just pop in the chat where you guys are from. Uh, do we get do we have some people from South Africa, from Mexico, from Brazil? Okay, we're seeing some people from South Africa, from Colombia, from Chile, from Peru, El Salvador, Honduras. Guys, we got United Nations in the chat. Love it. Mexico City. I'm from Mexico City as well. Danielle. Got some people from South Africa, El Salvador, Honduras. Beautiful. We got people from all over the place. From Sinaloa, South Africa, Colombia. Beautiful. Irving from Sinaloa. Hi, Irving. How is it going? Hey, Andy, South Africa. Awesome. Welcome. I've always wanted to visit South Africa, probably one of these days. Um, just a little bit pricey, the plane ticket, but we're getting there, right? Right, so let me just okay, so this session is gonna be quite important for you all, especially to those who are about to apply, because I'm gonna walk you through what you can expect on the application and how you can start your application, what you're gonna need for your application. So please be sure to be taking notes. Uh, while I'm sharing my screen, okay? Just 1 second, guys. Present. Cool, 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 cool. Just bear with me for a minute. There you go. JobDoc will sponsor plane ticket once we get on board. That's so funny, hopefully. Okay. Cool. So let me know if you guys can see my screen. We got the Jobapalooza Welcome to our job fair banner. I think you guys are able to see it now. Yes. Awesome. Got some music over there. Hope that you guys can listen to it. All right, so we're gonna start with the website, okay? So, okay, cool. Welcome to the website. This is our website, jobduck.com, and your journey to a better life starts over here. So, just let me know if the music is too loud or not. Um, if it's okay, then we can. Got people from South Africa, Johannesburg. Welcome, Genevieve. Hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. All right, so the first thing you gotta do is right now you're in our homepage, and there are several ways that you can apply. Um, so first over here, like in the homepage, you can see our career opportunities over here. Of course, this is since I'm located in Mexico, this is all tailored to kind of like Mexico. You got like the Mexican currency over there and all of that, but it's going to depend heavily on the country you're located from, right? We got an IP going on, so you're gonna see it more tailored to. Let me just lower this a little bit. Cool. Um, so you're gonna see this tailored to the country that you are located at, right? And you'll be able to browse all of our positions over here, from billing assistant to legal assistant, case manager. I suggest you guys to read thoroughly the positions that we offer, right? So you know that it's the right choice for you and the requirements and the duties and tasks that we are putting in each one of these positions are tailored to your experience. Um, right. Then more information you can get it from the career opportunities tab, and we're gonna go there in a little bit. But I just wanted to like walk you through the homepage in a sense that you cannot miss the apply now button over there. You got it over on top here on the navigation bar. You got it right below our main banner in each one of the positions. You are going to see a couple of apply now buttons. If you go down, you can see another one with our counter and all the countries that we are hiring from and so on. There's a ton of very valuable information that at this moment and due to the nature of this tutorial that I'm kind of like giving you at the moment, I'm not gonna cover exactly, but I do suggest you guys like check it out. There's a ton of information not only on how to apply, but also on like several resources that can help you apply in correctly and also up your remote work game, you know, tailor your CV to the expectations of the role and all of that. So just make sure to check all the resources that we have 100% for free. Job that we don't charge any money to our candidates. If somebody is trying to like get money from you, that's 100% a scam. So please report that to our team and we'll do our best to try to get rid of the scammers. We don't like people impersonating us, and we don't, of course, ask for money at any stage of the application process. So make sure of that. Okay, so let's say that you already browsed to our career opportunities and you have a rough idea of what you want. You're not 100% sure what you can do. Okay, we have a test, a quiz. One of my team members is going to pop it in the chat. Shout out to our moderators. Without them, this wouldn't be possible. And they're answering a ton of questions that you guys are popping in the chat. Not right now, but I saw that a lot of people were very active during mornings uh, PPT. So shout out to Morgan as well. He did a fantastic job. So if one of my team members could like help me by putting in the chat the quiz to what position should you apply to, I think that will be very valuable for you all. All right. But let's say, okay, you already took the quiz and you want to dig deeper into what each position entails. So first thing that I would suggest you is to go to career opportunities, right? So now in career opportunities, you got a couple of things going on. And I want to walk you through it so you make the right choice and you're of course applying in a correct way. Let me just for now, right, I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. Let me know, guys, please, if you can see it correctly. If you want me to zoom in, zoom out, uh, I'll do my best for everybody to be able to like see it and follow me through it. You can do a live follow-up if you want by just going to jobdoc.com. I'm trying to go easy on it, like step by step, so you don't get lost, right? So if you want to go to jobdoc.com, go to career opportunities, we can all start from there. So you can apply on spot. Now, first thing, you got a search bar over here with a couple of drop-down menus, and these are very important for you to be able to apply correctly. Uh, one of the things that I do want to do to give like proper emphasis to is that it is expected that everybody applies to the position, to the country of the position relative to the country that you are living in. It's really important because the system is built in such a way that, let's say, for example, if you're from Argentina and you're applying to a position that is based in South Africa, the system will not register right, and you're probably going your application won't get through. So make sure that you're applying to the position located in the country that you live in. And it's as easy as when you're like scrolling down and seeing the position, you can see like clearly here it says Argentina, right? Colombia, Brazil, and so on and so forth. There are a couple of positions that do not have a location. These ones are from our internal team, and you can apply to those. Okay. But to make sure that you're applying to the right ones, I always suggest people go to the search bar. Then on the drop down menu that says location, do choose the country you're located. I'm seeing a couple of people from El Salvador, so let's do El Salvador just to test it out. So check El Salvador in here, and then you can go to view jobs. All these 13 positions that you can see listed here, including the internal positions that I just mentioned, are all the positions that are available for El Salvador and El Salvador only, right? If you're from Argentina, naturally, do not apply to the positions located in El Salvador. Same if you're from Chile, from Peru, from South Africa, right? Make sure that you are using the location drop-down menu correctly in that sense. Additionally to this, you can also use this other drop-down menu if you want to see what we have available. If you want to work as a staffer for an external client, if you want to work for our sales team, for our IT team, or our human resources team, these three are specifically for internal positions, and these are for external. So be mindful of that. You can, you know, test this out. For example, I'm going to put staffer group so we can see all that are relative to working with clients. Okay. And then now it's tailored, and you can see that each one of these have El Salvador as the country, right? So there's not missing out from that. And then you can also use the job type. In this case, it's a contractor job, right? So you can either click it or not. I'm not going to click it this time around. And you also can use the keywords uh, to find the most suitable position for you. Let's say that I'm looking for a marketing role, right? So if I type marketing, click on search, you're going to see all that applies to the filters that you have applied, right? Marketing keyword located in El Salvador, job category from staffer group. You can see that you got one position. Okay. So, so yeah. But same goes if you like get rid of this. Maybe you want to browse the marketing positions that we have available without the other filters. You're gonna see that all the marketing positions relative to all the countries: Argentina, Colombia, Brazil, South Africa, Peru, Mexico, Honduras, El Salvador, and Chile. Basically, all the positions, all the countries that we are hiring from, right? So let's start with a marketing assistant role. Let's say that you are from Brazil, okay? So we're gonna click on Brazil, and then you're gonna see the role overview. I do suggest that you read and understand exactly everything that is going on before you choose to apply. It is very important that you understand things like the monthly compensations, the duties and responsibilities of the role that you want to apply to, what's the role overview, and what can you expect in a more broad way of your application to this position. What are we considering for this opportunity? Talking about related experience, what's your English level, if you have good written and verbal communication, and so on and so forth, right? Once you have done all of this, uh, check the benefits. I think that's also important. Competitive salary, paid time off, annual and referral bonuses, remote home-based position, parental leaves, and all of that. Then we got the documentation. Is all the things that you need to submit to start your application. So it's requesting a resume in doc format, And also for the marketing and marketing assistant role only, we're asking for a portfolio that is in PDF format. So you also need to have that one. Please make that all the documents are in English, quite important, and they do not contain your contact information. Now, this is one of the reasons why I keep insisting and putting emphasis that you read everything, because this little stuff like do not contain any information like email, phone number, physical location, social media links, or whatnot. It's something that you want to get rid of in case that you're applying, if you are loading your CV. Probably on your CV, you have that over already. You want to get rid of that before you apply. Now, you also want to go through the instructions, start filling your contact details, click next, provide your education and history, provide the following documents, the ones that we just read in here, agree to the terms, review your application, make sure that all the documents are in English. Let's say that we already read everything and we fit 100% with the expectations of the role. Of course, whenever you're reading duties, for example, or responsibilities, it really depends case by case what are going to be your actual duties and responsibilities once you're placed with a client. If the client, and talking like specifically about the marketing assistant role, a client could really need a video coordinator or a video editor, but you're more of a graphic designer. So of course that's not going to be the, you know, um, let's say that your role or your CV or your profile could be of better use for somebody that indeed is looking for a graphic designer, right? So when you apply those kind of filters by the requirements of the exact position and the client that you'll be working hand on hand with, uh, are going to direct, let's say, your role into your new position, right? So it's, even if here it's stating a very in a very broad way what you can expect, these things can happen once you get your interview with the client. We're gonna get there in a little bit after I've shown you how to fill your application, but just make sure to highlight those things that could make you stand from the rest, in a sense that, hey, I'm super good at graphic design. I I want to apply for a marketing assistant position, but I really want to nail a position that, I really can contribute to. Because if you're not that specific, they may ask you, okay, well, we're looking for a marketing analyst, data analyst, and perhaps that's not your forte. So be sure that our team is checking in the CVs and the applications that you guys are submitting all these potential areas of collaboration that could really benefit the client, and also, both the synergy that you're going to have with the client. You provide the right expectations that they are having. You both are happy. You work at the role that you are interested in, and you assist a client with the tasks that you have expertise on. So it's a win-win situation. Okay, enough talking. I already read all of this. I've chosen to apply for a marketing assistant position in Brazil because I am in this scheme. I'm from Brazil. Okay, so let's go and click apply now. I would suggest that you click on the autofill with resume, as you will be uploading your resume in a CV, in a doc format. So let's click on autofill with resume. Cool. Now, it's going to ask you to either sign in. I already created this account just to test and to present it here to you all, but you can also create your own account over here if you do not have one yet. So And it's gonna be the same. You're gonna add an email address, a password, confirm your password, sign in. It's gonna send you a notification on email, and it's really easy. It's actually not that complicated. So let's just sign in with the email address and password that we already have. I'm gonna sign in, and then we can start our application, shall we? All right. So the first thing that is going to ask you is upload your resume or CV to make your job application easier. You can upload in doc form, docx form, HTML, PDF, or text, but we are recommending you uploading it in docs. So make sure that if you don't have one resume or CV in a doc form, uh, to make sure to create one. Maybe you can turn your PDF into a doc form, a doc format, right? So let's do this. I already have like a mock-up document over here, and I'm gonna upload it. Okay, successfully uploaded. We can continue. I also suggest everybody to be checking each part, each one of these before clicking continue, that everything that is required has been filled, that your name is correctly spelled, that your university is correctly spelled, that your experiences, let's say like working experiences are correctly written, before you click continue, because it's gonna be complicated once you submit it to like fix any mistakes that you have made throughout the process. So just check it out. It's just this field. Good to go. Let's click continue. Now, second, which is my information. And we need to start like reading all of this. It's basically going to ask you if you have worked with us before, what country you're located in. Here, for example, if you say, well, I'm from Bosnia Herzegovina, this is probably not going to be a good idea because you are this position, as you remember, and it's over here. It's for marketing assistant Brazil. So it's going to be an instant fail because of the system. Just explain that to you. But it doesn't have to be from you're from Bosnia. Like if you write that if you're actually from Mexico, but you have chosen a position that is located in Brazil, it's gonna happen the same thing, even if we are indeed hiring people from Mexico. So be very mindful of that. We don't want you to have a bad experience due to these really small details that actually are. I mean, it would be a shame that your application gets like doesn't get through just because these small details. So like make sure that you check that out with anticipation. Okay. So yeah, I'm from Brazil. Have you previously worked with us before in this test? No. What's my name? Just because this is a test, I'm just gonna add it as test. My family name as well. I'm filling just the mandatory fields, right? But you can get creative. You can add your mother's family name, the city you're located in, your street address in case that you need to, right? So name. Then you can also add your address at the end. This is not gonna be very impactful because this is 100% remote and you're always going to work from home. So it doesn't really impact if you are located in a certain city or town or whatnot. So just make sure that to take that into account. Okay. So we already have the email address is the one that I logged in with. Now, my phone, I'm gonna select mobile and then my Brazilian phone number. I think I'm just gonna make this up, right? So let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hopefully, this is a real Brazilian name number. Brazilians, let me know in the chat if I'm messing up, or we'll see in a minute because it's probably going to reject my number. But anyways, now all the mandatory fields have been filled already, so you just check them out. Have you okay, this is done. The country, yes. Given name, test. This is me, Mr. Test from the family test. All this is good. Email address is good. Phone number allegedly good. Save and continue. Let's see if my phone number did get through. Like, cross our fingers. Yes, it did get through. I just hacked Brazilian phone numbers. Cool. Let's move on to professional experience. Now, professional experience and also academic background and languages that you speak. These is skills. And then again, your resume in here. That's already uploaded, so we don't have to upload it again. So just make sure of this. Right. So let's go up and start writing our professional experience. So I am a tester from the test company. I currently work there, and I've been working there since I was a kid, right? January of 2015. I have been working there for like 10 years. Role description, I test tests. Cool. And I can add another one, right? Um, and all the professional experience that you need, you can add them. I'm gonna delete this because we only need one for this test that we are working, that we are submitting. Now, education. I also studied in a university of testers, and I have a testing degree, doctorate in testing. Love that. And I studied, well, if I started working on 2015, then I guess 2012, it's fine. To 2014. No, no. Let's do 2010. So it's 2014, like 4 years. Cool. And also you can add another stuff like if you are a doctorate, you can add your master's degree, you can add your bachelor's degree if you have a double major. Kudos on you for that. Uh, you can add it as well. And yeah, I think education is failed, and then we go languages. I shout out to my South African friends. I speak Afrikaans this time around, and I'm fluent on that language. Okay, fluent, and also fluent, and fluent again, and fluent writing as well, fluent. But I'm Brazilian in this test, so I am fluent in Portuguese as well. So let's go there. Portuguese, and I am fluent on that language. Why not? Today is about dreams, guys. One day I'm gonna be fluent in Portuguese. And then I'm gonna be the last one laughing. And then what is really important is that you also add that you speak English because all of our positions do require that you speak English. So do not forget to add that you speak English. If you don't speak English, well, how can I say this to you? You're probably not understanding me for the first place. But all of our positions are indeed for people that speak English. So be very mindful of that. It's nothing personal, of course, guys. So yes, so I'm fluent. I'm fluent in 3 languages. Geez, who can say that nowadays? Cool. So we got all our languages into place. Good on that. And then we go to skills. Now, skills are very tricky. We have noticed that there are a lot of people having issues with skills. Why is that? Because people think this is a drop-down menu, and whenever they click, there's no items, and they get frustrated because they cannot add any skills. And what's going on? Now, the skills, how they work is that you need to type the skills. We have some skills in a pool of skills over there in the internet. It's really conceptual in that sense. So you need to write them down, click enter, and then a list is gonna populate. And then you can choose your actual skills. Let's do an example. If I write Adobe, because if you remember correctly, I am applying for a marketing assistant position, and you click enter, then you're gonna see all the skills that are related to Adobe. So I do InDesign and also After Effects and Photoshop as well. And where's Illustrator, it should be over there. If you cannot see it, then you can just write it as that. Illustrate. Wait, Illustrator. And then you got Adobe Illustrator here. And let's add one more skill just for fun. Leadership, why not? Today we're leaders. Cool. And then we got all of our skills into place. And we check the next section, which is the resume. It's already uploaded. And then, as I'm telling you, just check that every mandatory field it's filled in a correct way. Job title for professional experience, the company, your role description, the duration of your experience. Same with education. This is done, this is done. Also from to that's done. All the languages, my Afrikaans, my Portuguese, and my English, these are done. Skills are done. Resume is done. I think we're done. So you click save and continue after you have completely checked all of this. Cool. Then we got application questions. Now, this is not that long, but it does include this one that is really important for this application that we are doing, which is the marketing portfolio. We're going to upload it in a minute, but do read this. The job doc uses WhatsApp to communicate with candidates. We would like you to contact you via WhatsApp message to provide key updates in your application. Message frequency will depend on where you are in the application process and or working hours. Please view the choices below to express your opt-in choice. To learn more, please visit our terms and conditions or our privacy policy. Now, you can decide, yes, I want WhatsApp updates, or no, I don't want WhatsApp updates. I do recommend you saying yes, because so the other way that we can contact you is via email, and unfortunately a lot of our emails tend to be marked as spam, right? So they land on the spam folder, and some people say, like, yeah, you haven't contacted me, but we sent a follow-up message like 3 weeks ago, but it landed on spam. So maybe you want to avoid that. So I would suggest that you do accept or agree on the WhatsApp updates because it's easier. You're on your phone all day watching TikToks, but you might as well just get, notifications on WhatsApp as well. So let's do that. And what's your country of residence? Of course, it's Brazil. Do not click others. Naturally, guys. We just explained that. So let's do Brazil. And when would you be able to begin training? I'm gonna seem very, as Carlos said yesterday in the same session, I'm gonna seem very optimistic over here. I'm gonna start tomorrow. Why not? And what are your salary expectations per month in US dollars? This needs to match the position that you are applying to. Like, you can just go there into and checking how much expectations, because to be honest, the salary is fixed. So I would say do not go crazy about like the, making like a big salary expectations apart or like different to the one that is stated in the posting. So try to match it as best as possible because it's a fixed salary. So I'm just gonna put 1,100 US dollars for this one, and then we're gonna upload our PDF, right? PDF is over here. There you go. Again, check all of this. Yes, I want WhatsApp updates. I'm located in Brazil, where I'm available to begin training tomorrow because I'm very optimistic. And your salary expectations 1,100 US dollars, and I got my portfolio uploaded 100% ready. So save and continue. Almost there, guys. Then this is just a small thing. By completing this form, you consent to job contacting you via the contacts detail provided regarding our job opportunities and any other potential job opportunities you may qualify for. You may opt out of the job docs communication at any time. Click here to read our full terms and conditions. So here are the terms of conditions, guys. Like, if you want to read them, read them. Like, we are not hiding anything from you. It's all included there. So yeah, I encourage you to do it if you feel hesitant. But I mean, for this demonstration, I'm just gonna click here. I consent and save and continue, right? Finally, and this part is really important. Here is basically a summary of all the information that you have provided throughout the whole application, right? So I do suggest you check everything once again because this is the last time that you can edit anything before you actually submit your your application. For example, you uploaded your CV, but is it the last version of your CV? Are you not uploading one that is outdated? You want to check that out. Same with your portfolio. Maybe this was your first portfolio and you're on the 17th version. Graphic designers will understand that one because it happens more frequently than you think. And check all the answers that you have put in there, that your name is correctly, that your language expectations are correct, that your education is correctly placed, your professional experience is correctly placed, your phone number, all of that, these and buzz. Once this is done, basically, you can just submit it. So I'm just gonna submit it, why not? And this is done. Cool. Application submitted. You have no more tasks. So of course we did a test the other day with case manager, right? And the marketing assistant. So that's the reason what your application status is here. But I do suggest you, and this is very important, guys, apply to one position at a time. Do not be piling up applications in here because it's gonna create duplicates in the system. It is gonna be messy, and also we wouldn't know what to prioritize for your role, so it's gonna get complicated. So I suggest once you have uploaded your application, let's say that this is the one that we uploaded only, this disregard them, they're not submitted anyway, so it doesn't matter that much, but this is the only one that we have submitted so far. If you say, hey, well, besides marketing assistant, I did, don't know, 5 years of legal assistance because I doubled. I have a major in marketing and also a major in law or something like that. But I also am a good candidate for the legal assistant. Should I upload an application for legal assistant? I would say no, no. Wait, what you can do is once you're contacted with your guide or you have your interview with a job team member, do express that you want to be considered for such positions. Say, hey, by the way, I did uploaded my application process. Uh, I did uploaded my application for the marketing assistant position, but I think I'm a good fit for the legal assistant position as well. So for your consideration, please. And from the back end of things, it's easier for us to be okay. Cool. This person really wants to like be considered for the legal assistant position, so we're gonna consider them, and it's easier that way than just create duplicated profiles all the time or submitting multiple applications at once because it gets messy. Your process may take longer that way because we have to consider you for all of that. So it's not effective, not for you, not for our team, not for the process. So the best way to do it, I suggest you, is that you express this directly to our team members once you're talking with them. Okay. So this is the first part of the application process. So if you arrived to here, congratulations. We can move on to the next steps that I'm going to present in a minute. We're in good time. We have 20 minutes to go and a couple of slides to finish. Cool. Let me just drink a little bit of coffee and check if there are any questions that I should tackle right now. Let me see the ones that have not been responded. Okay, gonna go with the last ones. Why is that we are given suggestions to apply again after like 6 months or a set period of time? I would say that you contact your guide once you have one, so you can talk directly about your case, because we do have that disclaimer as a general rule, but depending on the stage of the application process that you were rejected, it could be less than 6 months or 6 months, right? So the first person that you should contact is your guide and say, hey, well, I have this situation, I want to apply again. I didn't get go through the application process at this particular stage. What can I do? And they are going to directly in the best way possible. Okay, Lucasta. I hope that that helps a little bit. Uh, what else? Kethang, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. Kethang is asking, what if I was selected for next progress and they did hire me? Can I reapply or apply for another job? Well, in this scenario, if you are hired, let's say within our company, then we expect you to have a relationship with the client that we placed you. So it is not encouraged that you apply to other positions once you are hired. So don't do that. So if you're hesitant or anything, you can always like put pause and say, okay, let me think about it. We're not rushing you at all. So think things through, think about what's your career path in life. And once you have an answer, then we can direct you to the right place. Okay. But yeah, once you're hired, we expect you to like be sticking around for a long time, right? So just consider that one. How do I check my application status on the website? Well, with your password and username, you just log into the Career Opportunities site. I think I can do a small demonstration of this. Oh, gee. I did something that I should have. Okay, cool. No problem. So I have two screens. So the reasons why I'm looking at this is that this is the screen of the presentation and this is the screen of your questions or comments, guys. So bear with me for a minute. No spoilers. Okay, cool. So as I'm saying, let's say, Leandra, you're asking, what can you do to check your status? Glad you asked. I think it's a good question. So if you go to career opportunities, we're gonna start from the website. Go to career opportunities. Right now, I'm already logged in, but you can sign out. Uh, so once you sign in, it's gonna ask you to sign in. You sign in, and then you go to our candidate home over here. Okay, we're already in the candidate home, and so I'm such a dumb. And you are going to be able to see the applications here and the statuses here directly, right? So if it's in process or if it changes like status, like it can give you a broad idea where are we in the process. But you can always contact either your guide or send a message to our help@jobdoc.com to ask about a update on your status, and our team will be gladly to like send you a message and say, hey, we're on the review, so bear with us a little bit, we're moving forward with it, or any other situation. Okay, hope that helps, Leandra. Ojama, I hope that I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Is it possible to withdraw my other applications if I applied for multiple roles? I would like to focus on one specific position. I i think you can delete your application from here. Right? So just action, delete application. I don't know. I would do that. But I mean, if you want to like be safe about it, send a message to your guide and say, "Hey, I want to focus on a single application, and maybe the other ones that you also applied to, they're gonna be put in hold and say, okay, well, if we cannot match you with this one, but you are a suitable candidate for this other one, we're gonna still consider it. But that way, they're gonna focus entirely on the one that you choose. So if you delete it here, like there goes your chances to like be rematched in case that is necessary. But if you discuss it with your guide and at help@jobtrack.com, then we will be able to direct you to the right place. So that's the reason what I'm saying. It's always better to like reach out directly to our team so they can assist you with that. Oyama. I hope that that helps a little bit. And then thanks for asking. My pleasure, Leanda. Thanks for sticking around. Oyama, perfect. Thanks for your response. My pleasure, my friend. And Dinto, I'm hoping that I'm correct, mm, pronouncing correctly your name. Thank you for your response. My pleasure. Thank you for sticking by and not getting bored by my presentation, guys. Just kidding. Okay, so let's go to the presentation. I'm gonna finish it. We got 15 more minutes, and then we're gonna welcome one of our team members called Fer. She's gonna give a presentation on generally about JobDoc. She's amazing. I love her. You're gonna have tons of fun with her. She is gonna give some very valuable insights over her presentation. So stick around. It's gonna start in 15. So let me just finish with this one. So you guys are all set up for the session to come. Okay, so if you follow me through the application process that I just explained right now and show you how to do it, you just finish step number 3 and you're ready for step number 4. Now, once you have submitted that application that I just showed you, if your profile fits all our requirements, our recruiting assistant will invite you to schedule an interview with us. So our recruiter assistant's name is Maria. She's assisting us great time, great deal with the applications. Shout out to Maria, whatever in the internet that she's at. And so, yeah, she's gonna be the one inviting you to schedule an interview with us. So, confirm that interview and have that interview. We do have some very valuable resources on our website on how to prepare for that interview. So, if one of my team members could help me by putting the link on the chat about that resource, I think it would be very valuable, 100% free, man. We don't charge you a single dime for anything at JobDoc. We pay you to work. We don't charge you. So if again, I don't think I can't stress this enough. If anybody, I mean, anybody wants to scam you out of money to apply for our position, whatever the case it is a scam because we never ask money throughout our process. So report that account and send it over to us so we can report it too. I think that will help great time because we don't do it. Okay. Now, once your interview, you got your interview, you have downloaded these valuable, beautiful resources that we do and that our very talented team of graphic designers are putting together. Then you can move on to step number 5, which is completing your profile by providing the professional references, filling out your background check, and sending over your computer results. Okay. So this is you're gonna be asked for this at its time due. Probably it's our recruiting assistant or one of our guides that asks you for all these deliverables. So do not stress if you don't have the links right now. It's gonna come with time for you to complete the profile, the professional references, the background check, and computer tests. We're asking among two or three professional references just for you to have it in mind, and the background check and computer tests. All of that we are going to provide that to you so you can fill it correctly. Okay, so that's step 5. Once that is done, and that is done in a couple of hours, to be honest, it's not that complicated, even less. We go to step 6, which is our paid training program. So for 1 week, you're gonna be attending to Doc University. Doc University, in a nutshell, is this training program that we have where you oversee everything that entails becoming a virtual assistant with us. And depending on case by case, you're gonna have very tailored training to the position that you are applying to. So get the most out of it. Also, it's paid. I mean, it's better than school. You go to school to pay. We paid you to go to school. Like, how better it can get, right? So get the juice, the most juice out of it as possible by asking questions, comment, participating, doing teamwork because there are like a lot of individuals such as yourselves attending to this training program. So get the most out of it, and at the end, you're gonna have an assessment that you have to fully focus on so you can deliver it at its best. Okay, so be mindful of that, participate, get the most out of it, and once you have passed Doc University, you go to step 7, which is that we will work our best to match you with a US based employer based on the skills that you have the interests that you have, the career direction that you want to take, and the needs of the client, of course, right? So you guys are a good match. At the end, if we pick a client that we think that you're suitable to work with, we'll schedule an interview between you two, and then we're not gonna be asking those questions. The client is going to be the one asking the questions to you, and you can ask questions back about the environment of the place that you're going to be working in, about what kind of duties are you expected to know, if there's any software that you need to download. All of that should be, asked there at the client interview. So write down a couple of questions and be frank, be honest, open, discuss it with the potential client. So you know that you're a good fit. It's not only the client needs to be happy with this. We advocate that you need to be like really in tune with what you guys have in that moment, with that relationship client staffer that you guys are gonna have. So take that into account, ask questions, always ask questions. This is an advice that I myself, as Andy, is giving you, not as a job doc team member, but as Andy. Like, always ask questions in interviews. When they ask, do you have any questions for me? Ask one thing. Where did you buy your don't know, your flower vase or something like that along those lines? I don't know. Do ask at least one question because it really shows interest, right? Hope that this helps for the rest of your life. Now, if all of this is done, then congratulations, you have been matched, and we will set you up with a start date. You guys going to decide with your client where you guys can start, and then jump into your new role. Congratulations. Send us a message. If you are hired, send Morne a message as well. He reads a lot of the messages that you guys are sending via email, and we may be able to include you in one of our newsletters as a success story, especially coming from the job fair. We would love to do that, and we always love when people are really nailing these application processes, right? Um, because we do enjoy working from home a lot. I've been working at JobDoc for almost 4 years now. I'm turning 4 years in March or May. I think it's May. So I'm 3 years in a couple of months. Um, so if I'm a success story, and some of my team members as well that I work every day with are too, I'm pretty confident that you can be too. And one thing that really opened my eyes working with Shoptalk is the tremendous amount of talent that is spread all over the world, right? When you are really acquainted to see like to your close circle of the people that you know, the people that are on the internet of your country, the country that you are located in, but you do not know powerful the how powerful is the connections with people from all over the world. And I'm pretty sure that if you guys are here today, you have that potential to become that best version of yourself. And I will be more than happy to know that you have nailed that position that you're aiming for. So good luck on that. For crossing my fingers, my damaged finger here because I cut the other day. Well, cool. And then you know that you can always contact us if you have any additional questions at our email at help@jobdoc.com, our website at www.jobdoc.com. On TikTok, we are there. We post very fun stuff. Fed is a big thing in TikTok, by the way. Shout out to her. She does the best TikToks around. We got Instagram as well. We got LinkedIn as well and Facebook as well. Say hi to my buddy Eric, who is the social media coordinator, and he takes a lot of time to answer to all of the questions and queries that you're having. And sorry if there are any delays. It's just sometimes so many messages come that is just virtually impossible to do it. But the guy is doing a fantastic job so far. So yeah, visit us, ask questions, contact us. Tell me about your success stories. We'll be more than happy to read all of that. And then just to know if there are any additional questions that you guys need answering. Got 5 more minutes until I have to open the floor to Fantastic Fer to follow up with her presentation. Let me just check. Okay, thank you, Tere. Shout out to our moderators, Celeste, Tere, and Fer as well, um, for answering all the questions that you guys are having in the chat. So, how long would it take to complete everything after the step 4 interview? Okay, so Sarah, thank you for your question. It really depends on the at the end the client's needs, right? If we have a very suitable candidate client for the candidate, meaning you, it may speed up the process. But if not, we may need to move things around so your profile matches a potential client in that sense. Every profile is unique, every profile is different, and every profile has valuable information, and we want to tailor it to your direct experience. So it may vary, but you make constant follow-ups with your guide, ask how the things are going, complete everything with time. The sooner that you complete what is requested from you, the sooner that we can move on with your process. So sorry if I cannot give you a straight answer, but it really just depends. It can take from 1 week to up to 2 weeks, a little bit more depending on the communication side. You are, if our emails land in the spam folder, it could get like trickier, but do be, constantly checking all of that out so you don't miss out, okay? Megan or Megan, sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. Just joined. Could I ask you to do a short recap if possible? Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of time, but do stick around for Fair's session in 3 minutes. She will be able to like put it together. There's Fair. She's awesome. Shout out to Fair. Just tackling 1 or 2 questions, Fair, and then I'll give you the floor, okay? How long it takes between step 7 and step 8? And let me just okay, from like client interview to congratulations. So once, if the client really likes your profile, it could be a matter of hours, but if they may think that you're not the right fit or not the right expectations or whatnot, we could even try to match you with another client, right? So you could have another interview. It just depends case by case, and how successful your interview was. So it is very hard for me to say that 1 day or 2 days or 10 days or 7 days, right? It just really depends on your profile, okay? Then I'm gonna tackle 2 more questions. I'm so sorry, I'm seeing new messages, but I don't want to take time from Fer. She has a tremendous presentation that she is going to give to you all, and we need to give her the right to that. So, Lucasta, is the positions only for these set job types? Will JobDoc look into branching out to other career types as well later in time? Great question, Lucasta. We're always looking for ways to expanding the positions that we are offering and the countries that we are hiring from. For example, just last year, we opened the case manager position, which we didn't have in the past. Just also this, maybe some spoiler alert, maybe in the future we could include paralegals, but we're still seeing that, right? Hope that somebody doesn't slap me just for saying that, but this is between you and I, and I'm thinking that you guys are 30 and not 74. My God, I'm so sorry. One last question. When do you get a guide? Constanza, thank you very much for that. So you get a guide. The guide is going to contact you once you're in a step of the application process around the first interview and filling your application with the references and the computer test that you're doing for the internet speed and whatnot. So you're going to get a guide between those steps, right? But we're going to provide it to you, right? So you don't have to reach out to the guide. The guide is gonna reach out to you. And I guess that's enough for today. Thank you very much, everybody, for all your questions. I hope that I didn't make it like terribly boring, and that, of course, you apply because at the end, this is for you. This is for you to apply and to be confident of your decision of changing your life, just the way I did it 4 years ago. Okay. So good luck. I'll leave you in good hands. Thank you, Fer, for your patience. And well, have a great day, guys. See you around.